Hey, what's up guys? This is Kay from Lunarlight Games and thanks for dropping back in. Hello and welcome to our channel if you're new. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Help us keep growing our channel, please. Anyway, we are back again for more Final Fantasy X HD Remaster. Let me take a brief moment here to load up, and then we shall begin. Hope you guys are doing well on this fine night. Let's see. Alright. I have almost everything that I need, except for my little guide here. Where the heck is the page? Let's see here. Where is it? Right here. Alright. We are continuing on. But exactly where are we? Alright, last time we barely started the game. Got through the first couple of hours. It's not too bad. But now we need to move on, and we're moving away from FFVIII Village, or FFVIII Island. And now we're moving on to Kilika. But before we get to Kilika, right. I think we got some new items. No, never mind. I guess we already equipped all the items. Let's see. Got the potions. We don't need the Albed primers. We already gave some money to Owaka. Alright. Sorry guys, it's taking me a while to get started here because I'm still trying to look over the guide I'm using and trying to figure out where the heck am I. Oh, turns out I had the wrong guide. Let's see. Here we go. Alrighty. So we're jumping on the ship, grab the items. Okay. I think we're about ready. Sorry guys. In order to move on, let's go up and out of here. Okay, so out of the ship, there's not much to do here. Except for this dude that, you know, Titus bullied earlier just to get his binoculars. Huh, you see how easy that is? Just ask for them. No way, remember what you did last time? Yeah, I remember distinctly what happened. Rude. He's not gonna let us get a hold of those. No need. I think we can also check in on the captain's quarters here. Well, not really captain's quarters, but Well, it's the wheel of the ship. Anyway, forget about all that. In order to move on, we need to go find Yuna. Now, if you're still curious, you can still speak to everyone around here. What's going on with Waka?
Come to think of it, I haven't told you where we're going. First to Kilika Island. Then we change boats and head for Luca. For that though, Yuna's gotta pray at the temple. I'll be guarding. We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory too, so you come along, yeah?
Great plan.
Hey, it is a great plan.
Don't look at me.
Maybe, maybe not.
We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory too, so you come along, yeah?
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
How about you get to know our man?
Word is, that summoner's got noble blood.
I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter.
You don't say.
Lord Braska's daughter?
No one knows. Our friend here is not used to life here in Spira. He absolutely doesn't know who she is, or who Lord Braska is. But we will find out soon enough.
So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
It's tough when your father's famous.
Huh?
Waka's a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Huh?
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
Waka's not the brightest person in the world.
Oh yeah, you talked to Yuna yet? She had some questions for you.
We'll speak to her soon.
If you interfere with Yuna's pilgrimage, we won't take it lightly.
Lulu's gonna have to slap a bro. Well, let's go find out what Yuna wants.
The wind. It's nice. You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkin, right?
You hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Waka. Waka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
I've heard in Xanarkin, there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
Checked. My father. His name is Jecht.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died. 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkand.
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day, and never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jecht came to Spira.
But,
It's true, I first met Jecht 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left. The date fits, doesn't it?
Yeah, but how would he get here?
You're here, are you not?
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Sin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract him. Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner.
Wait! Oh boy!
Well then, I suppose we're gonna go hunt Moby Dick. This fight's fairly simple. We're just gonna start off by eliminating these things. Let me go ahead and just cheer everyone on. The strategy for this fight is not that difficult. All we have to do is just eliminate these low creatures. Just make sure that everyone on your party has a turn, otherwise they won't gain any AP. Let's see, let's throw in Lulu. I don't think these sin scales are weak to any specific element. So just throw whatever you can at them. And of course, Yuna. Yuna unfortunately doesn't have much in the way of attacks until you start earning some of her later skills, like Holy. She doesn't have a solid way to attack. The best way she can help out the party is by summoning Aeons, but we don't really need to go for that at the moment.
How many of these things are there?
The fin, that's where they're coming from.
Okay. Like in other Final Fantasy games, distance makes a big difference. In this game, if enemies are at a distance, you can't use your physical attacks. You have to use magic or some sort of ranged attack like Wakka's Ball. Now the key here is to wipe out as many of these smaller sin spawns and then use your magic against the fin. This way you don't have to deal with multiple enemies attacking your allies. As long as there's just one on the field, I don't think any of them will respawn. Don't worry about the fin though. It doesn't seem to attack. And now we can focus on hitting this big old thing. Yeah, we're gonna play catch with it. And since Wakka's our only physical attacker, we're going to keep cheering him on. I think that's like, what, 2-3 times? Kamara, you're no good. This is going to take somewhere in the realm of maybe 6 or 7 more hits. This is the best strat as of this moment, since we can't hit the thing. Just keep upping your defenses and use your ranged hitters. Yeah, don't worry about the flickering wings. It's not gonna do much to us. This, on the other hand, is the best way to get rid of this. As you can see, our cheering has nearly doubled our output with Wakka. Easy stuff, right? At this point, it just takes a few more turns and we will be done. I think I might have hit the cap already on Wakka there. Maybe I can get the overkill on this. I'm gonna give it a shot. Now, one special thing you should always consider with your Aeons is that you can always farm for an overdrive. Unlike your regular characters, your Aeons can boost themselves in order to receive their overdrive. You'll take more damage, but in exchange, you'll get your overdrive faster. Granted, this does require that enemies try to attack you. Come on, you silly thing. Hit us. Okay, so let me get another hit in. I think I can survive that, right? Come on, give me a hit. Give me one good hit. By the way, overkills are good if you want to farm for more items. It's especially good when you're trying to go for more items. Especially rare items that only drop off specific bosses. We're gonna go ahead and use this on you. Got it. There goes the fight. And just when you thought the fight was over. Same thing goes here. We just want to buff ourselves and then attack. Don't let this guy get a chance to hit you. Use Dark Attack to blind it. There we go. We should be clear for at least 3 turns. Also, I think that was the first time I've ever seen items being used outside of a cutscene. I mean, outside of battle. Inside a cutscene, I mean. I mean, that definitely hurts, but it hurts even less if we keep cheering ourselves on. Nothing like giving ourselves a pat on the back for a job well done. Okay, this is not looking good. Enemies will continue to just respawn. I think that's like, what, 3 or 4? We'll do another 3 more cheers, and then we'll go ahead and go on the offensive. Gotta get rid of these buggers, though. This is especially why you want to consider cheering yourselves on. It's one less way enemies can hit you really hard. And then we'll go ahead and hit this thing, and then... Shoot. I think I should have went ahead and used the dark attack on that boss. That's alright though. It didn't hit us anyway, which is good. Anytime you can get a free cheer in, use it. Sometimes it does affect how often you can move and when your turn will come up. Oh no. Even more enemies are joining the fray. Let's lessen the chance that they can hit us. There goes one, and here goes two. Yeah, this thing's pretty weak at this point. Can I get an extra turn in? No. In that case, we'll just wipe out these little guys. Also, it's to our benefit that we keep killing them because each one that we destroy grants us more XP. It's crap. No more MP now. We gotta go on the offensive and wipe this thing out. A measly 37 is no big deal. I think we'll survive that. Cross your fingers. Yeah, just barely. Let's go ahead and heal up. And then... yeah, let me go ahead and slash you. Overkill. Sweet. Right on cue. Guess we didn't need to waste that potion. And nice, we got plenty of power spheres, mana spheres, and ability spheres.
When Sin attacked Xanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, Milady Summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Thanks, BT.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.
Huh?
I'm afraid there isn't much we can do. Let's go ahead and make a save here, and let's continue with quite possibly the most iconic scene of the game. It's almost as iconic as that cutscene from Final Fantasy VII where Cloud stands up looking at the Shinra Tower, and also the opening cutscene from Final Fantasy VIII. Oh well. I guess the only thing we can do here is to fix up the pier. Can't go this way though. The pub's closed. This dude has to be drunk in order to face whatever is happening here. So where'd the rest of the team go?
What's ascending? Are we going somewhere?
You truly are clueless. Are you sure it's just your memory that's the problem? The dead need guidance. Filled with grief over their own death, they refuse to face their fate. They yearn to live on, and resent those still alive. You see, they envy the living. And in time, that envy turns to anger, even hate. Should these souls remain in Spira, they become fiends that prey on the living. Sad, isn't it? The sending takes them to the far plane, where they may rest in peace.
Summoners do this? It must be tough, being a summoner.
Yuna chose her own path. She knew from the beginning what it meant. All we can do is protect her along the way, until the end.
Until the end? What's the end?
Until she defeats sin.
Oh.
I hope I did okay.
You did very well. They've reached the far plane by now, but no tears next time. Hmm?
I wished there would never be a next time. No more people being killed by sin. No more sendings for Yuna. Everyone stood there watching her. It was strange, and somehow horrifying. I never wanted to see it again.
This game gets a lot of crap for its voice acting, but I feel like the delivery on those last few words perfectly encapsulates the kind of horror you would see and feel, you know, whenever there's like a mass killing like that. And also the kind of funeral rites that had to be taken. Anyway, never mind all that. Let me see, where can we go now? We're kind of stuck in the hotel at the moment, and this kid has nowhere to go but run around in circles. Oh, by the way, we also picked up a few new items. Wait, who got the yellow thing over here? Oh, Kim already got the yellow armlet. I mean, it's not that great, but it does help relieve some damage taken from lightning. What else did we pick up? Could have sworn there was something else. Oh, it might be this. We're better off just holding on to the Brotherhood. No need to switch out for the liquid steel or anything like that. Over here is the inn if you need to rest up. I think it's free, but everyone already left. Old man's not moving, no matter what happens. Alright, outside.
Hey, you awake? Captain Walker's waiting for you.
Waka's somewhere off to the west. But don't worry about him. We don't exactly have to go right away. Instead, over here is the weapon shop. Old lady's crazy, thinking we're gonna steal her stuff. There isn't a whole lot we can purchase here. I mean, a lot of it's not even that good anyway. Most of these weapons only have sensor. Not much help though. But if you're looking for more HP for, say, Titus, grab this one. This is worth it. We'll have opportunities to get better items later on in the game, but right now, I mean, grab whatever you can. You don't have to purchase everything though. I wouldn't recommend it. Mostly because items are kind of weird in this game. There are very few unique items or equipment, and a lot of these weapons can be replaced until you get their ultimate weapons. And even then, you can create customized weapons as well. The best weapons in the game will have a total of 4 slots like this one over here. This is something that you want to have on hand. But 4-slot items come along later in the game. And why are some of the slots blank, for instance? Well, they're blank because you can customize them by adding your own attributes in those slots. And you do that by hoarding items and then sacrificing them in order to gain those attributes. So if you want, like, say, strength plus 10% or something like that, you would just purchase whatever items or grind for them, save up enough of them, and then take them over to, like, this blacksmith or whatever, spend all of them, and then you can throw them all into, like, the attribute that you want. So plus 15% strength, or get rid of the HP limit or whatever. Those are all available to you. But that's like way, way, way into the late game. Alright, enough about that. Yuna doesn't really need anything, so don't really spend any money on her. But once we've gotten everything for the others... Do we need anything for Kimahri? I mean, he's already got the Hunter Spear. I'll just purchase an extra thing for him, then. I thought we... Did we not get one of these already for him? No. So we don't have anything for Kimahri. Let me at least grab one for him. The others are fine. See, like, this thing already has the same abilities on the weapon. The ones at the bottom right, not the top left. I mean, top right. The ones on the top right are the ones that we already have available on our equipped weapon. Now, let's see. We do have a couple sphere levels. Let's go ahead and spend those. We're just going to continue along our path here. A little bit of extra speed for Lulu. Awesome. More MP and also more magic for Waka. Tidus only gets more accuracy. And Yuna, you get 2 new abilities. Grab the Null Shock and the Null Frost. Alright, now on to the most difficult decision. Can we not... I'm trying to figure out how to zoom out here. How the heck do I zoom out again? No, it's not that. How the heck do I zoom out again? I swear it's been too long. There we go. You have to hit the D-pad. Alright, what's tough about Kimahri here is that his grid is kind of difficult to follow. He has the most open grid because He's essentially at the very center. And then once you get enough of these lock keys, these lock spheres, you can then remove these and then move on to anyone's path. So if you want to make Kimahri a more physical-based attacker, you can do that by following Tidus's route. Or you can have him be more like Wakka and follow his route. Or if you want an extra black mage, you can do that by having him follow Lulu. Or if you want, you know, I forget whose path is this over here. I think this is probably... Actually, I'll just take a look at it. Oh, it's another character, Riku's. So remember Riku? This is her path over here. If you want to turn Kimahri into a white mage, you can do that as well. I think... Let's see, Lulu... Where the heck is Orin's path? Because you can turn him into a more physical-based fighter. Though it's completely unnecessary because Kimahri has enough hitting power already, enough stopping power. His physical-based attacks are pretty strong. If I were to recommend you on a specific character path for Kimahri after he's done with his central path here, maybe have him take Tidus's route, or even Riku's route to get him speedier. But in general, Tidus's route is probably the best one. Mostly because then he'll just turn into an even better Tidus. Tidus in general has fairly high HP growths as well as strength growths. Not so much on the magic side of things, but that's alright. Kimahri isn't really much of a mage anyway. And his weapons don't really support that too. That's always been a big criticism for me of the expert sphere grid. Because you can turn your characters into any role that you prefer, I mean, it kind of lends well to the idea that you can create whatever you want, but because the weapons are still the same across the board, meaning Kimahri's weapons will always benefit a more melee-focused character. Same thing goes for Yuna and Lulu. Their weapons don't really benefit melee fighters, so... I mean, you're kind of stuck with just choosing either one's magic path. Kind of defeats the purpose if you want to have a custom character, but... Well, that's up to you, really, if you want to go down that route. Anyway, once you've outfitted your character, we can move on. I don't know if there's any other items that we can pick up here. No, not really. The save point is back at the inn. But the boss wanted to talk to us, right?
Ah, there you are. Be St. Aurochs, huddle! On to the temple, where we pray for victory.
Go!
High Summoner O'Halloran used to live in the Kilika temple here. Yup, Lord O'Halloran was once a great blitzer, you know.
Wakka. Praying for victory's all good. But is this right?
Something wrong with enjoying blitzball?
Is this really the time?
This is the only time. The players fight with all their strength. The fans cheer for their favorite team. They forget pain, suffering. Only the game matters. That's why Blitz has been around for so long. At least that's what I think.
Whatever you say.
Let's play and win, right?
Right.
Temple's beyond the jungle there. Let's go.
Alright, for this section, if you want like a specific item, I recommend making a save. And the item store is not open yet. Now, just in case you screw this part up, make a save. I mean, the item isn't important, but I don't know. Maybe you might care if what happens is not to your liking.
Huh? Whoa!
And that is what could potentially happen. If you aren't quick enough, you can fail to save the little girl. Or boy. It's hard to say, really. The character model's kinda ambiguous. But for saving the kid, you get an ether. Yeah, this is her sister. It's just a measly ether. No big deal. But if you don't save her, well... yeah, she can potentially die. Alright, after all that, we can enter the next house, and there's another treasure lying inside. That's all that we're here for. Just the extra 3 potions. And once you're done with all that, we can continue north. We don't really need to make a save.
What's up?
Yuna's saying she wants you with us.
Huh?
I want to ask you to be my guardian.
You know what? There's no time for jokes, yeah? He may be a blitzball whiz kid, but up against fiends, he's a newbie.
Not a guardian, then. I just want him nearby.
What?
What? What do you mean?
It's just that... well...
We're all going to the temple anyway. Can't this wait till later?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have...
There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm just not really sure what's going on.
My apologies.
Yeah, you can fail to save her. I mean, you would be labeled as a bit of a monster, but, you know, that's entirely your choice, you know. Let her fall into the water. Let her find out. That sort of deal. Anyway, there is an actual monster way up ahead of us.
Kimari, why don't you use Lancet on it?
What's a lancet?
Normally, it's a skill that weakens enemies and heals the user. But when a Ronso uses it, that Ronso can sometimes learn Fiend's abilities.
Hey, sounds cool.
Remember our time in Final Fantasy IX where we had to eat enemies in order to learn their abilities? Same idea here. Kimari is our resident blue mage. And by using Lancet, we can learn this here. We now have Seed Cannon on Kimari. It's not really admissible, though. We have to do that. I would not spend his overdrive here, though. Not on such a basic enemy. Just let the big old monster hit you, and we're gonna take care of it now. This section is a great place to farm for some extra AP. Ah, crap, I didn't use them. If you feel that you're going to struggle in this next section, just stick around close to the, whatchamacallit, the save sphere, and then you can just walk back and forth, encounter enemies, and reap the benefits of upgrading your sphere grid. Especially with Kimari, since he seems to be kind of weak at the moment. He hasn't really had many upgrades yet. But if you're feeling adventurous, you can wander down to the very center and kill that thing. I wouldn't recommend it though, not yet anyway. Instead, let's go ahead and explore this area. Oh wait, hang on. This area is kind of complicated in that there are a lot of branching paths. If you go down the center, you can already hit the exit if you take care of that big old monster. But why do that? There's more fun to be had here.
Make way! Ha!
I could take care of those alone, huh?
A lot of these early battles are a little slow.
Now what?
Reason why is that if you're looking to level up everyone at the same time and keep everything balanced, you gotta switch to everyone during battle, and it kind of slows up the pace. You don't even have to save if you want to restore your HP and MP. Just touch it, and that's good enough.
Company, halt!
The fiend before us is Ochu, Lord of the Wood. We've had trouble with this one before. Remember, discretion is the better part of valor.
Yeah, if you're not feeling brave enough, skip the fight.
The Ochu is no garden variety fiend. We could throw 100 crusaders at it and still lose.
Standing guard, sir.
I don't really feel like wasting items, so we're just gonna leave it alone for now, and once we nab all the items around here, then we'll come back. There should be a path leading east somewhere. Don't worry, it's just a seed.
I'm ready.
It's not really gonna hurt us.
Well then, what next?
I'm a little bit limited on time here tonight. I might have to jump off in about half an hour.
Nothing to fear, the hero's here!
And yet he couldn't even kill it. Great job, bro. Typically I would save his overdrive, but since we're trying to upgrade it, let's continue using it. It takes around 80 overdrives in order to
You ain't seen nothing yet.
earn his last one. I think it's 60 or 80. Either way, it's no small amount. It's gonna take a little while for Lulu to get going. I don't think we'll get her later. Actually, where the heck is it? Wait a minute, this is not it. Oh, wait. Looking at the wrong one. Yeah, it's gonna take a good while until we hit her level 2 spells. Generally, we want to go in a clockwise fashion. I'm debating, though. Because if we move forward with this, we're gonna have to go counterclockwise. But I feel it might be the best option because eventually we want to come back to this section anyway. Yeah, let's do that. Otherwise we would go this way. And there isn't a whole lot good over here. Aside from maybe the extract mana. Wait. If I remember this right, I thought Kimahri had the ability to... Heck. Never mind, I don't see any of his other abilities. I think there are some specific extraction abilities that allow you to force enemies to drop spheres for you. Also, the best ability, or best magic to attack with is Ultima, but we won't get that until like way later in the game. It requires at least 3 level 4 lock spheres. Alright, moving on, let's go this way. If only to get more points into our strength stat. Gonna need way more ability spheres soon. Not cool. Alright, where is that east path? Oh, this is the one. There you go. 2 new mana spheres. The encounter rate is fairly high in this game. It gets even worse once we get into those sections where some of the stronger enemies tend to pop up. Let's get rid of that thing first. There's no point in attacking this thing with any other character because only Lulu can
Let them come.
really damage it. For example, it only has around 300 HP, right? But guess what happens if we try to use anyone else to attack it?
Leave that one to Lulu.
Barely does anything, right?
So, how shall we do this?
Well, this is where Lulu comes in handy.
Anyone thirsty?
That is a wrong answer to say here. Or a wrong question, I should say. Pretty sure there are a lot of folks in the past 20 years that have been thirsting over Lulu. Alright, we'll just upgrade these and then Kimahri. I wish Kimahri had more abilities to speak of at the moment. Right now, all he's good for is just taking care of armored enemies, and they don't even appear until I think for another 2 more sections, it's gonna be a while. No matter. Let's see. So hit up the sphere if you need to, otherwise we're gonna head west. And then there's gonna be a branching pathway that we can take. Grab the scout if you want. All it does is give Waka here an extra ice strike and sensor. I mean, it's marginally better than what he starts off with. Otherwise, we're going to continue following the path. Crap. Between the lizard and the bee, I recommend taking out the bee first.
You called? Yeah.
Mostly because the bee can poison you. And then defend against the lizard. Also, Kimahri is surprisingly good at taking care of these agile enemies.
Newbie here!
Sorry!
Though Tidus is better for this enemy.
Yeah!
As you can see, as we continue to gain more AP, the levels get increasingly higher and higher. That's one way to prevent you from just sticking around in one area and farming AP to your heart's desire. Personally, once you start hitting like 5 or 6 battles before your next level up, just move on with the story. Don't follow those people yet. Instead, speak to this female crusader, and she'll give you an item. Like this remedy. Then we're going to continue following the northern path.
No problem.
That's bad. Kimahri's been silenced. That's especially bad if that happens to Lulu or Yuna. They won't be able to use their magic spells. And right now we don't have Asuna. There's no way for us to get rid of that status effect without using an item.
Got you covered. Yeah.
I forget if any of the status effects last past the battle. I guess not. That's good for us because then we don't have to worry about using any items outside of battle. There's also an extra ability over here. This one's for extracting speed spheres. Alright. Every character in this game has a specific ability in their path that allows you to extract spheres. As opposed to the original where this was not a feature. In the original North American PS2 release, if you ran out of spheres at a certain point in the game, you were kind of screwed. No matter how much you wanted to farm in one place, if you couldn't get like ability spheres, you couldn't learn them. So you were kind of just stuck upgrading your stats and having to forego upgrading your abilities and unlocking them. That's especially bad if you are already close to earning your level 2 magic spells. And because you don't have any ability spheres, you just can't use them. Many fiends have been sighted in areas attacked by Sin. Grab the extra high potion over here. Yeah, grab the extra high potion, and then we're gonna go north over here. And on this path we'll find another treasure chest. We're doing just fine here. It's amazing how a couple points in one stat here and there can make all the difference. And then you really must learn to use a bit of strategy. I don't remember if Titus moved, but we're gonna go ahead and end the battle. Okay, everyone got some points. What is that new item we picked up? Lightning Strike. I mean, if you're going for a melee-based Lulu, this could be good. Unfortunately, Lightning Strike only applies to your melee hits. If you're not using melee attacks, you might as well not be using it. This makes me debate whether we should go down here. Because we still have time. We just need to swing over here. Otherwise, we could just go counterclockwise and eventually hit this ability later. Might as well. We'll do that later, since we've already started. So if you go clockwise, you can make Kamari slightly more tanky with these extra HP spheres over here. Lux Spheres. These are some of the most rare... Yeah, they're some of the most rarest items in the game. They're so rare that you have to farm for them in the late game. This changes an empty node into a luck node. Don't bother using them yet. Not until you have a Lux Sphere, or some way to unlock a Lux Sphere. Because all this does is allow you to customize your sphere grid. Notice these empty slots? Well, by using a Lux Sphere, you can turn this empty node into a luck node, and then use a Lux Sphere to unlock it and give yourself more stat points. Starting to see a trend here. There are extra spheres for every single type of node. So if you want to have extra strength nodes, you can farm for those later in the game, use them on these empty nodes, and then you can put even more strength points until you max out. Which is entirely possible. You can max out every single stat in this game. And believe it or not, just because you activate every single sphere in this game, every single node, doesn't mean it doesn't mean that you'll end up with max stats. You actually have to go back later on and delete some of these to use better spheres. Or better strength spheres, I mean. Because this one, for example, gives us 2, right? But then there are these other ones that only give us like 1 point. Like this one, for example. And I think if you keep going on, there should be some other ones that will give you like up to 4 points. These are the best possible ones. So the trick is, at the end of the game, is that you'll go back and delete these nodes and then outfit them with the best possible nodes. That way you can max yourself out. It's a lot of work though, and it requires a lot of AP farming. But it is kind of required if you're looking to beat all of the super bosses in the game. Or if you even want to defeat them. Personally, I've done it before. I did all of that in the span of a month in order to get the platinum. So never mind that. Let's go back the way that we came. We're just gonna block and wait for our turn. Kimari, I think we need your help. This thing is not being very nice. Oh, not cool. Oh, but hey, Lulu ended up dodging that hit.
Yeah. Told ya!
Lulu has fairly low defenses, but in exchange she has high evasion. That's a bit of a rare occurrence for an RPG. Awesome. 2 more points to Lulu's magic stats. That means her spells are going to hit harder than ever. And since we're here again, let me go back and heal up. Where the heck is it? Let me get rid of this guy. And then we're just going to continue to wait. Please don't hit Yuna. That could have been bad.
Sit back and watch.
Watch what? You get hit? 'Cause no thank you. I think a good rule of thumb here is to keep farming battles until you hit around 100 AP just to level up. At that point, it's going to take forever just to earn another sphere level. I recommend in the early game just to move as close as you can to unlock your spheres. There's no need to waste your levels on, you know, filling out all the lines. That's a complete waste in the early game because guess what? You're going to have to earn even more AP and even more sphere levels just to go back. It's a waste of time. Try not to do it. Not unless you want to make things harder on yourself. Do. Let's go this way. Oh wait, can't go that way. What the heck? Alright, we have more than one enemy to deal with. Let me try to get rid of at least one. Oh yeah, same thing goes for Yuna. She has fairly high evasion. Not nearly as good as Lulu's, but I mean it's better than nothing. Thankfully, Lulu is also pretty strong at this against the same type of enemies that Wakka is.
Freeze.
I mean, that's one way of dealing with multiple enemy types. That's not gonna kill, but this will. Awesome. That nearly gave us everyone an extra point, or level, I mean. Let's go here. Lulu's path tends to give us a lot of magic defense as well. Not like we really need it. It's going to be a long time until any enemies uses magic against us. Yuna, however, does amazing with more magic. More magic means higher healing. Alright, there's one thing that we need to do here, but what the heck? There's something that we have to do here, but I can't seem to get to it.
You guys are toast.
Yes, they're toast alright.
No worries.
Just start by smacking the hell out of those bees with our ball.
All right.
And of course using your spells. For tonight, I'd like to at least get to the point where we can kill that giant enemy in the center. I think that'll be a good place to end the night, or this session anyway. You'd think a plant like this would be weak to frost as well. I think Wakka got a new item as well, Poison Ward. Kinda useful later, not right now. Let's continue this way. Once we've picked up that, let's return to the main path. HP spheres never hurt Lulu. In fact, we welcome them. Mages like Yuna and Lulu don't really they don't really get great health growth. It's actually on the lower side. And because of that, we want to make sure they get adequate protection.
Yuna! Aeon!
Just who do you think you are?
Using the Aeon is overkill. Don't bother with it. No matter how much Tidus whines about it. Unless you happen to wanna do this. Well, I'll wait until the next battle. Because you can farm for an overdrive. And that's especially helpful if you want to go out with a bang and aim for that overkill. Okay, grab all that. And I think we can go over here. Well, I guess we can't get past this way. So you know what? Let's run away. Are you okay? Don't be so reckless. Sometimes it's best to just go around it. Well, smart idea there. Also, if you do that, you can get those free Phoenix Downs. It's worth it. Let's go back to the save sphere, and we're gonna go fight this thing. Hey, what's up, Kalen? How's it going? We're just going to go ahead and defend. Defend, defend, defend. Because obviously we are not strong enough to kill it in one blow. This requires some teamwork. Unlike Final Fantasy VIII, where it was constantly just us using Squall to obliterate every single enemy, every single time, in every single battle. Seriously, it almost became a running joke to me.
An easy win, yeah?
Oh, you're struggling against that boss fight? Throw in Squall. Have him Renzo Cook and everything. Oh, you're struggling against the ultimate boss in the game? Have no fear. Just use Lionheart. And on it went until we beat the game. Haste. Tidus is the best time mage, I feel, in any Final Fantasy game. Yeah, that's kind of weird, right? He's not exactly a all-out fighter. He actually gets time magic, and that includes haste. Haste and slow is part of his repertoire. Also, delay attack is somewhat useful. But where is it? No, never mind, that's Sloga. Sloga is basically slow, but it affects everyone on the field. There it is, slow. Also, he has a fairly busted ability. Where is it? This right here, Quick Hit. If you somehow manage to max out your speed stat, and also if you happen to use it on a character that naturally has an ultimate weapon with the 1 MP cost, you can essentially just get turns for days. Plus, if you have maxed out the strength stat on, I guess, maybe Yuna or somebody. So, with Yuna, with her ultimate weapon that gives her 1 MP magic, use that with a maxed out strength and speed stat, and you basically just beat the entire game. Well, most of the entire game. You still can't really solo the quote-unquote super boss. But once you've made a save, we can go fight the Ochu. As long as we get rid of these things first. Let's just block and wait. Alright, now that kind of makes sense. Insects are weak against the cold. This thing's always spitting seeds at us.
My turn now!
My recommendation is to use every single character as much as possible. If you get around to the mid-game and you haven't been working on all of your characters, you're going to struggle. Especially some later fights. And those fights get annoying fast. Cool. More MP for us. Alright, we got the double whammy here. Kimahri's only going to get even more tanky. More HP plus more defense. And then we're going to earn these as well. There's even more HP over here. Awesome, more agility for Yuna. That means more turns for her.
Ochu poison is a surefire way to get to the far plane and fast.
Oh yeah. Grab the antidotes.
The Ochu is no garden variety fiend. We could throw 100 crusaders at it and still lose.
Let's see. I think there's nothing else that we can grab here.
Standing guard, sir.
Let's go ahead and fight the Ochu. Oh wait, hang on. I forgot.
Told you it'd be rough going in there.
Only the Lord of the Wood could fall asleep after a battle like that. Let it go. Save your strength for the next battle.
Yeah, just because you're a chicken doesn't mean anything. Anyway, I forgot to do this over here. We're gonna go ahead and switch the Aeon summoning to short. That way we don't have to watch the animations every single time. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to farm for a...
Easy, huh?
I'm fine.
See, cry. I'm gonna go ahead and try to farm for more of our overdrives. You know what? Let's leave this thing alone. And let me go ahead and try to attack this thing. It's obviously not going well for us. No worries. Kimari to the rescue. And Kimari obviously can't do jack squat. So instead, let's have Yuna. Actually, no, never mind.
Got you covered.
I forgot we need to eliminate this guy. Now let's have Yuna summon.
Let them come. Please, fight with us.
I mean, I wish I could say that was true, but instead we're just gonna have you tank hits. I hope this doesn't kill. This may or may not kill. That would be terrible if it did. Okay, just one more. Please don't die. Awesome. Now we can go ahead and get rid of this thing. Sweet. Now that we banked that overdrive, we can go into the next fight. I'm gonna go ahead and make a quick save in case we end up dying. Alright, let's get this show on the road. I mean, this thing isn't that strong. As long as you're using your wits and you understand what's going on, then it's a simple fight. Start off by using Waka. Oh crap, I forgot it's not blind. That's fine. Make sure to cheer everyone on. That's fine, just let the poison run its course. And then use whatever ability you have on hand. With Kimari we can use Jump. Don't bother using Seed Cannon, it's not that good. That's an easy 500. And then if you have the option, use Lulu as much as you can. Also, if you happen to find yourself struggling with poison, just know that if you switch out your characters when that happens, the character that has poison status won't take any damage. I'm gonna have to keep Yuna on the sidelines until we weaken this thing. That was not worth it. Let's continue using Cheer. I mean, the poison is the biggest worry. And perhaps the magic as well. But that's fine. We just have to whittle it down to about 1,000. And then I think we're free to unleash our Aeon against it. Let's get that free turn. Probably gonna die here if I don't switch out. You know what, never mind. Actually, hang on. Nah, I can't risk it. Instead, let's go ahead and summon Veil 4. Can I slow this thing down? Yes, I can. I mean, this is free. Okay, that time it won't slow it down. Instead, let's switch over to fire magic. Alright, when it falls asleep, it tends to recover. I think if you attack it physically, it won't sleep. Just like so. Oh, that's funny. Earthquake does not hit our character because it's flying. That's one way to guard against Earthquake. Do we dare? I mean, I could probably tank another couple hits, but if it tries to fall asleep, then we're kind of boned. You know what? Let's go with Energy Blast. Oh, what do you know? It killed it. And that's how you get through with the overkill. And we earned an extra 2 MP spheres. Awesome.
Whoa. A summoner and her guardians. Very impressive.
Sir, we should fight too.
We'll get our chance soon enough.
Young crusaders gather round. We'll beat sin into the ground.
At least he's keeping up with his cadence. But that's a job well done.
Do your best, kid. Wakka's counting on you.
And for our trouble, we earn an extra elixir. Oh, and don't forget about this NPC over here. Yeah, how about joining the Crusaders? For our trouble, we will earn a No Blaze shield. Not bad. But I'm afraid that's all the time that we have for this game tonight. I'm going to go ahead and make a save, and then we'll wrap up. Never mind this enemy over here.
All right.
Now I just have to switch in for Titus and say goodnight.
Yeah.
Perfect. Also, now with the Ochu gone, we have a clear path forward. If we follow the path up the middle to its very end, we will end up at the Kilika Temple. Excuse me, the Kilika Temple. That's our next destination. Why no ability spheres? We're getting plenty of everything else, though. It's probably another measure to make sure that you don't just stick around in this one area just to farm for everything. Or farm for more levels. But yeah, that's gonna be all. That was a pretty good session, but I'm afraid that's all the time that we have. So if you're currently watching this on YouTube, please like the video. If you have any comments or questions, please post them below. Share the video, and don't forget to subscribe. If you have missed out on our first session of Final Fantasy X HD Remaster, make sure to check out our playlist, or if you want to see more videos from us, hit up our channel. We've recently begun playing Stardew Valley again, so if you want to see our progress today with that, the video is up. If you're over on Twitter, follow us at twitter.com/LunarlightGames. Over there you'll find deals, discounts, as well as news stories about the gaming world, as well as the odd giveaway we run from time to time. Check out the pinned post for more information, or hit up our hashtag LunarlightVault. If you'd like to help support our channel financially, you can do so by dropping a donation over at paypal.me/LunarlightGames. The link will be posted down below, but if not, don't worry about it. Please continue watching our content, and also subscribe. Follow us at our backup channel at twitch.tv/LunarlightGames, and hit the notification bell across all of our platforms to see updates as soon as they're made available, or to catch whenever we go live. That is going to be all for tonight. I hope you guys have had fun watching this, and hopefully we will return soon with this again. That is, if we're not busy playing some of our other games in rotation. Oh well. Have a great night, and we'll see you guys again soon.